In TypeScript, extending the built-in error class lets you build typed, domain-specific errors, like a validation error. By the end of this walkthrough, you'll know how to forward the message to the base class correctly, add extra typed fields, and catch these errors safely. We start by declaring a class called ValidationError that extends the built-in error type. The constructor takes a field name and a message, and we mark field with the public keyword. We call super with the message so the parent error class stores it properly. We set the name property to the string ValidationError so errors identify themselves clearly. That closes the constructor and the class definition. Next, we define a user interface to describe the shape of the data we will validate. A user has an email that is a string, and an age that is a number. Now we write a validate function that takes a user and returns nothing. If the email is missing, we throw a validation error pointing at the email field. If the age is below 18, we throw a validation error for the age field. Now we build a handle function that runs validation inside a try block. If validation passes, we simply log that the user is valid. Inside the catch, we check whether the error is actually a validation error instance. When it is, we print the error name, the failing field, and the message. Otherwise, we rethrow the unknown error, and then we call handle with 3 sample users. Let's follow the program from the bottom, starting with the first call, where we pass an empty email and an age of 25. Inside handle, we immediately enter the try block and call validate on that user object. The first check sees that the email is an empty string, so it throws a validation error tagged with the field email. That thrown error unwinds out of validate and lands in the catch block back in handle. The instance of check confirms this really is a validation error, so we take the reporting branch instead of rethrowing. We print the error's name, then its field and message, giving us validation error with field email and message is required. Now the second call passes a valid email but an age of only 15. This time the email check passes, but the age check catches that 15 is below 18 and throws with the field age. It's caught the same way and prints validation error with field age and message must be 18 plus. The third call finally passes a real email and an age of 30, so both checks are satisfied. With nothing thrown, validate returns normally and we fall straight through to the success log. So across the 3 calls, we see the 2 distinct field errors followed by user is valid, exactly matching the order of the checks. The whole design hinges on one small line inside the constructor. When we call super with the message, the parent error class records it internally as the message property. That is exactly what makes err.message readable later, down in the catch block. Now imagine you forget that super call or you pass no message into it. The code would still compile and run because message would simply be an empty string. So this line would print message with nothing after it, and you would swear the error was created wrong. The field property survives because we store it ourselves through the public parameter, not through error. There is a second subtle trap around setting the name after calling super. If you set the name before super runs, JavaScript throws because the object does not exist yet, so order matters. Get the super call right, and both the message and the instance of check behave exactly as we traced earlier. Always call super message so the base error stores it. Set this.name and add your own typed fields, like field. Use instanceof to narrow and safely read those fields. If that helped, subscribe for more TypeScript.